Hello, hello everyone. Coming back because I got another question to my video about protection and how to protect ourselves. And I got a question, very good question, by the way. I would like to know further how to find your soul family. Um, it's a very big question. Can talk, like days about this. But the thing is, it's happened automatically. When we start to do, when we start allowing all those that are not our soul family to be in our lives. It's very rare that you grow in the family with the same soul family. It's very rare. So if I'm saying very often to my clients or to client friends, to people, yeah, it's like my clients, yeah. No one is mine, yeah. So I'm very often saying this that our family is not our family. I mean, the family on the earth. Okay, they are our physiological, family and family in the waves of the definition of the matrix as a family. But the real family is our soul family, on the frequency and level of our soul. Um, so we are, it's very rare that, you somewhere close to you, it's someone, or you grow up with someone, is very rare. All those soul families, if we're talking in regards to star seeds or the frequencies, are like I don't know, like 40%, like on this planet only, and they are in how do they spread, like in all the world. Um, the problem for us have to find our right, soul family that we belongs to, that really, like family or group of the people, like we relate to and we feel good to, and we're gonna thrive with them. It's not, let's say, easy, because we need actually to identify all those limited beliefs, programs, conditions that make us to live life we have now. And so we are in the frequencies and the relationships and families that are not our real family, that are not our nature and character. And so if we are not really soul family, yeah, let's say, like what we experience is on the day-to-day basis, like when we're growing and when we shifting and we are becoming more aware, so we start to realize, we start to feel, and when we know who we are, we start to feel like, okay, I don't feel comfortable, with someone uh, like I used to be before. It seems like I changed, and now actually this group, of people doesn't fulfilling me. I don't feel comfortable. So, but I'm still, like sticking in that, because I try to figure out what's going on and how can I fit and how can I make it to work. Yes, and this is actually the process. When you will get to the point, like we're just wasting time and energy for that. Yeah, even uh, we gaining experience here that we do not belong, and we need actually to move somewhere else. And then we all the life been doing this, when all society is doing this, and so how can I do it? How can I break that? Why I need to be different? Why I need to do these difficult um, choices, yeah, and decisions and actions, So, but this is it, like as you taking responsible for your life and for who you are and knowing who you are, it's connected with doing all these choices. But the choices are not difficult for us actually, because we know, because when you empath, it's gonna be difficult for others, and all the consequences, connected with that will make us uncomfortable, feel uncomfortable that something wrong with us, and we knew it. So that's why we don't want to go for that. But we never look at that from the perspective of, like, is it time to do something for myself, actually I have to use my responsibility, like to go and feel good and to find my soul family, my tribe. Yes, so it's a good for me, and end of the story. You are not responsible for how other people are gonna to feel. You are not responsible how the society is gonna feel about that. You are only responsible how do you feel, and that you feel good, when you know now, like, what makes you comfortable, what makes you uncomfortable, good, no good, what is beneficial for you, or it's easy, you can find it easily. Then to go and do the action and go for yourself, go and fight for yourself, take responsibility for your good feelings and your good future, good feelings, and good life. Everyone wants to have a good life, but believe it or not, people doesn't want to go through that hard job, through all those obstacles that are there in the way to go for what we deserve. That's what holding us back. And then actually everyone wants to do it easy way, but there is no that other way than be authentic to yourself and go and do the things that no one else was doing, and no one around you is doing that. I'm not saying it's easy, but this is the only way we want to really, find your soul family. It's different that like where your soul is originate from, and like your galactic DNA, and so your moral DNA, and you can have a clue, like how you are, yeah, and why you are how you are, like of all your gifts and the qualities you are within you, you can understand that, but at the same time, you can feel good and thrive here while here in the incarnation as a humankind in this density. So because if we're gonna struggle or if we're gonna thrive, we are gonna live, and it's up to us how we wanted to live. So when you decided to go and find your soul family, you have to be prepared and ready for doing not popular action, for doing. And what I want to say, so we are going now to say no to all people that you feel uncomfortable, to all groups, that you feel uncomfortable, to all jobs and activities and places where you feel uncomfortable, they are not beneficial for you, and what kind of people are those? So I make a list because it's like a few, and then I can forget. And then when I watch a video, it's like, oh, I forgot to say this one, and I forgot to say this one. So I make a list, and probably will come more on my mind. So who is okay? I'm gonna start with what is not my soul family. Yeah, so we need to actually make a space, by frequency. Yeah, so we raise some frequency, but we still actually in connection with those people. They actually keep us trapped, yeah, sort of, because we allowing to do it. So first we need to identify who are not our soul family, and we need to start navigate away from them. And those are the people that being with them makes us drained, um, that we being with them, like we feel we are guilty for their whatever, yeah. So they projecting their guilt and everything in us. So always when you've been there, you that the bad boy, the bad girl, nothing, or little, they can make you always, being there like no important. You don't feel like actually no important, being there. So you just have to be sort of, yeah, because you doesn't want to go against society or against their will or against their happiness, but you feel unimportant, unhappy to be there, yeah, or you're always wrong, or you're not enough for them, Yeah, actually been always like projected that you are responsible for their life, for their failure, for their whatever happened bad in their lives, yeah, or in the world, whatever, somehow, like you are responsible for that, or you feeling that the makes to be actually always be under control, like you always control, the constantly you need to say where you're going, why you're doing this, like this is, it's not a business, doesn't matter, you are not their property, it's your inner business, inner matter, what you do and why you do. Yes, so if you are not interesting or you are too different for them, and they're always telling you the difference, like to make sure like like think, or you are invalidated, you don't matter for them. So this is actually how the society, groups and people and relation are so strong condition and we are in, and we think this is normal. I mean, it have to be like that. But like as I said before, everywhere where we put our intention, we point our energy, and we make it grow. So we want to change and we want to find us our soul family and to feel comfortable, but we don't realize and we don't see like we are holding, like all that what we are not. So we need to let them go. Yeah, stop to go there. You don't need to express yourself. Why not? You just not. Like if they're adult and they, like, like grown up, they understand. Like just okay, they move away. Move away. If not, if they start to be upset with them, it's their business. Nothing to do with you. If they start to project and kick in and I don't know, questioning and try to manipulate to get you in or to be upset with you or whatever, like, yeah, so and what? It's nothing to do with you, you're doing actually, you respect yourself, First time, yeah, if you do the first action, it's not easy, it's hard. It's like more fear, like all everything what can happen. But if you really, you need to make this decision actually from your heart. If you are really ready and decided to go for you, yeah, you need to do all action from the heart, and you need to understand why you are doing that, you are doing for you. Yeah, and I'm telling you, when you set up your boundaries or you set up your new rules or you decide make any decision, you don't need to express and tell the reason to people why. You are your own authority, you actually responsible to you, and you take then sequences, like for your actions. So if you want the good for you, you need to go through this sort of painful experience, and let that old to be. Let them be themselves, you want to be yourself, yeah. So we're gonna identify and what everything doesn't serve us, and we're gonna say no, and we're gonna let that way from our life. Yes, and that's a process, and that requires our actions, and with every new experience is gonna be easier and easier and easier until we realize actually like we left only the people you feel comfortable with, like when you with them you feel yourself, you are accepted for who you are, you don't need to put any mask on you, you don't need to play by rules, you just be, you are there and you are actually accepted and welcomed, and you can grow together. Actually you're feeling like you having more energy, you are more bigger, you are empowered, you are loved, you are supported, just because, yeah. And that's actually when you in your soul family, in your frequency, in your morals, yeah. So you can also be in the group of your people and in the relationship, it's happening actually with let's say in the relationship, I mean the marriages, yeah. And the marriages are not from very high frequency awareness, making contract with someone for good. Yeah, that's really not very aware choice. Yeah, it's a bond, and it's very danger bond. Yes, I don't want to talk about this, but if you find yourself, Yeah, so in the situation that you are in a relationship and now you see you are different, you just shift, or your partnership doesn't matter, you are somewhere else and you see, there is no capacity in my partner, and it's just I'm not happy for a very, very long time. Yeah, and we even discussed the blah blah, and it's just not there, and you see like it's not going to beneficially somewhere, and you just know it. So then there is responsibility on you, like you have two choices. Yeah, so you can stay in that and to be not happy, and then yeah, accept it, how is it, or go for yourself, and you need to go in the unknown. Yeah, so you need to say no to your partner, choose you, because if you're saying yes to others, you're saying ourselves no. And then actually you have a chance, when you make a clear space, to find your soul family. But what is usually in this process happening, like some people will navigate it, like because we are not the same way, they navigate it by themselves way. There are gonna be some people or groups on relationships, works, jobs, situations, places that we still don't see that are not beneficial, but there's gonna be like pressure, always, or issues or something like that, to just show us, like where we holding something that doesn't benefits us. And and then after some time we will realize, okay, we need to let it go. Yeah, and then it's the next process, like we actually realize, oh, actually I'm just lonely because there is no one around me that can understand me, that we have the same interests, that we think same way, that they have same likes, same morals. Yeah, mostly. Yeah, and this is okay. This is very important process when actually your soul is growing. Your soul needs actually to space, and feel itself, how it is, what's the frequency and what's the energy and what is actually feels like to be only with your soul and who you are. Yeah, without all those that you are not. So, and we usually actually can be in this space like years, even year, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, you can go again with some groups of people just to find out, okay, so this is not my cup of tea, and return back, so it's a process, it's gonna be in and out, in and out. Yeah, so in constant awareness, gaining experiences and awareness and learnings about ourselves. Yeah, so we're learning about ourselves, who we are and who we are not. The other people, if we don't agree with them, or for a long perspective, they don't understand what we want, they blame us because we are not like them. They're not for us, so, and this is a process we need to understand, they're not our people, they're not our soul families. So usually, sometimes and more often, like if you are starseed, like your parents are don't gonna be starseeds, and they're very, very different, and then will not understand you at all. Yeah, it can also happen with your friends from the childhood, like you question that, why we don't understand now, what's the different, why I'm this way when he's that way, what's happened, why I can't trust him anymore, and blah 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 blah, because you've been always actually different, but you didn't see that, like what bind you together was the condition of society together, and you had actually like same experience bonds, that make you familiar, you know so this is very important fact to know, like, so we need to recognize, identify, like everything what is not in our frequency, in our soul, how to say, essence, yeah, or not good for us, and then slowly let it go. And then you are in the process when you're mostly alone, when you actually sense and heal, and you starting to know who you are, in the frequency ways, sensation ways, you knowing yourself. And then you can have also still feelings like, oh, I need a partner, I need someone I can hang out, it would be nice if I can to tell to someone, and blah blah. So, well, it will not happen, because that's only we craving still we have that addiction to be attached to someone and to struggle, with all those old programs, like we used to. It's familiar for us, but it's not beneficial anymore, and we need like have a detox from that. That's why we are very, very mostly, for some time lonely. You can be in family but still feel lonely, if you understand what I'm saying. And this is okay. This is a very important part of the journey, so don't fight it. Don't question something wrong with you, like don't fight it. This most important, I'm saying always like your soul is growing here, because it's becoming knowing better itself. It's going closer to itself, and you start to, as longer as you with yourself mostly, or only, you can recognize your and know your energy very well. And then when you're ready and you go again, in interaction with others, it's very easy for you to recognize what is good for you and what not, and then you don't gonna have that compromise. You don't gonna do more compromising anymore. No more compromising. I granted you. You will go in there and you feel, oh, it's not for me. So, and you will practice that, saying no, to set up boundaries, yeah, very, very easily, with more easy way, more conscious way. Even, the other part will be not very happy and will upset you, manipulate you, will say, not nice things about you, will project other things on you, and will ask you narcissism, yeah. But you will be happy because you say yes for you, and like this is not the way for you. And then when you will not expect that anymore, you can find, all your soul family with all your people, like whatever was happening, they've been very close to you, they've been there. And then in the situation when you need the help, they are gonna be there, and offer you help. But you never probably like saw them or acknowledge them because we had all those conditions, we've been addicted to, so we haven't seen that. So this is how we find, this is a response on the question, how we find our soul family. This is a process. It's probably some other process. This is a process how it worked and it was with me. So all the friends I have now, I can say, and I know I'm still in the process, like every day I'm different. I can feel like every day I'm so different, like I'm new. Every day I'm so new. Yeah, something what's happened really like 1 month ago, it feels to me like, oh my God, this is like my past life. Yeah, if I don't see the picture, I nearly wouldn't believe it, it was me, I was there, because I'm new, I'm so in the present moment, I'm really living for that. And this is when you connect with your soul. Yeah, yeah, so I'm gonna repeat that, yeah. So we need for us to identify, we need to understand why we allowing still situation and friends and surroundings of those that are not beneficial and equal to us. I mean, in frequency base, it doesn't mean someone is higher or below. You just need to find actually the exact attraction to us, where we feel comfortable and where we belong to, when we feel relaxed, great, yeah, and big. So we're gonna identify what doesn't help us, all the situation, places, people, everything, what is not our soul family. We mentioned how does it make us feel, and then we understand we've been just conditioned, and we need to say and make this from the heart decision to go for us, and make from them no-go zones, yeah, and cut connections, yeah, and that for good. We're gonna go to the phase of loneliness just because to find out who we are, for our soul recovery, soul recognition. I make notes for myself, and to understand like we are the best company to be exactly in that time. Yeah. And then later on, only whenever you feel like good, like with yourself, with some people, situations, places, that's actually your tribe, your soul family. I wish to all of us and to everyone, to be authentic, to be honest, brave, and authenticity. Authentic. I can't even say that. So I can't say that it's me. There are places, I'm still not, like authentic to myself. Yes, so okay, so authenticity is really, really important. Yeah, so I need still find, where everywhere, I'm putting mask, when I need to pretend who I am, where I'm not. So thank this video, I just realized, I need to set my intention, like to find out the places where I'm not authentic yet. So I can't even say that. Everything is frequency. Your subconscious communicate with you, this way. So yeah, so recovery, so recognition, and then actually we can prepare our silent space, for clear connection with our soul families. And our soul families who can be that? Anyone that we feel good, is on the same morals, on the same level, we can trust. You can even from the start use your intuition and pendulum to ask if that person is my friend, is not friend, and you will get from pendulum is no friend, start to observe the person, like what he's saying is one thing and what he's acting and what he's giving, how he behave, like you can trust him. Yeah, all this stuff you can learn from this way. Yeah, so other family can be self family can be someone who is actually 20 years younger than you. It can be different gender, it can be different nation, it can be from different continent, yeah, it can be 20 years older. Yeah, it can be whoever. Yeah, because the frequency soul, is gonna choose and recognize that person. But I can guarantee you, you're gonna be like that. You will feel like you're at home. Yeah, that's the word. You will feel like at home. A real home, not that home you've been grew up and you feel trapped and not very happy. Yeah, but I mean like when you really feel like you're connecting and you're home there. So I hope this answer the question, and if there are any more questions, there is something unclear, like feel free to leave a question or notes or your sharings, below in the messages, for me, um, message or question. Yeah, I'm very happy, to respond or create the other video. And also, I'm encouraging you, to share your experiences, or if you find your soul family, how you found it, if you want something to share, or if you something that you resonate with, or is something that you don't resonate, like everything. If someone is watching this video and doesn't agree with, like majority, I'm saying, I guarantee you this is not your video, like this is better actually just, to switch off and find your tribe and someone, who can say something what is beneficial for you and you agree with that. That's probably important to say also. Yeah, so that's everything for this question from my side, and I hope we all exactly where we are be, at the time where we need to be. Yeah, thank you.